Hey, what's up guys? Today we have a 2004 Honda Accord. It's a 4-cylinder 2.4 engine, and today we're gonna show you guys how to change spark plugs in this car. Spark plugs are down here. I'm gonna show you the tools that we're gonna need and exactly what we're gonna do step by step. First, we're gonna remove this bolt here, number 10, another one here, and another one here. So it has 4 bolts. Then we're gonna get access down to where the ignition coils are. We're gonna disconnect the ignition coils. There might be a few more bolts down there, and then we're gonna pull out the coils and turn out the spark plugs. Okay, to change plugs you're gonna need a few tools. You need a good ratchet. I use Snap-on. This is what we're gonna use. You're gonna need extension, spark plug socket, and then we're gonna, you don't have to, but I'm gonna be using some power tools because I have these power tools. I like to put them in action. And then you're gonna need number 10 socket, or maybe a short extension. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this number 10 first. We're gonna come right over to the car. We're gonna remove this number 10 here. Okay, I want to show you guys. This cover is lifting as I remove the bolt. The reason is because these usually get jammed up. See how I didn't remove the bottom? So that's okay. This is fine. We're gonna leave it like that. You always want to put your tools somewhere safe and the bolts so they don't drop inside, because a lot of times somebody will drop something in there. If you drop something in there, that's it. If you forget it, you crank the engine, it's gonna kill the engine. So we're gonna take these and we're gonna put it somewhere to the side. Next, we're gonna remove number 10 over here. Let me get the light. We're gonna remove number 10 there. We're gonna remove number 10 here. So we're gonna take our Snap-on drill. We're gonna remove both of those, put the bolts somewhere safe so they don't drop inside the engine. Next, what I like to do is pull out the coils, and I like to keep the coils in order. That's one. Especially if you're doing something with a misfire, you need to have the order in the coil. That way you know which coil is bad if you're changing the coil. So in this case, we're gonna remove all 4 coils. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we're gonna remove the plugs. They're in there. The plugs are in there, deep in there. And while you're doing that, you can inspect if there's an oil leak in there. If it does have an oil leak, you will need to change the valve cover gasket. So I don't see any oil in there. We're gonna continue the job, and I'm gonna get my socket for the spark plugs and a ratchet, and we're gonna take those plugs out of there. So we're gonna take our long extension, ratchet, and the socket. We're gonna go in there. I've been doing this for years. I feel like I'm in a movie, you know, that first view movie. I like to loosen these. I'm gonna loosen all these bolts. I'm sorry, not bolts, the spark plugs. So once you have them all loose, you can just turn the extension. You loosen all of the plugs all the way. Then I'm going to show you a small trick. The plugs are loose, but they're not coming out with the socket, even though they're supposed to. My socket is a little old, so it's not gripping it very well. That's okay. But I'm gonna show you guys a trick. A lot of you might know this, but the newbies might not know this. You're gonna take one of your coils and dip it in there, and the plug, it pulls out the plug. This plug is burnt. I don't know if you can see, but it's all yellow right here at the edge. It's all yellow and orange, so these plugs are no good. This one's not loose enough. You're gonna take your coil, dip it in there, and it's gonna pull out the plugs for you. That's 3. And that's 4. So you have 4 plugs out. We're gonna put the new plugs in, and I'm gonna come right back with you. Okay guys, so I have the new plugs. You see the tip right at the between the metal and the white area. The tip is nice and shiny. So this is how the new plug's supposed to look like. So I'm gonna take 4 plugs, drop them in there slowly. You know, I'm not gonna drop them in there like that, but I'm gonna slowly put them in there with my finger, guide them, and I'm gonna come back. Then I'm gonna tighten them, and then after that we'll put the coils back on, the bolts and the cover, and make sure you connect the coils up with the connectors. Okay, now I have softly put all 4 plugs inside the bores. We're gonna take our socket back, and we're gonna hand catch the threads. Try to get as many as you can for each plug. You have to always get it by hand first, so you don't strip or cross thread the threads on the plug and on the block. If you do that, you're gonna be in big trouble. And believe me, I have seen it. We had a car that had a broken plug, and the reason it was broken was because somebody else worked on it first. We was on that thing for, I think it was a Saturday, the whole Saturday. If Saturday's a busy day for us, we was on that car whole Saturday. Okay, I got them all hand tightened a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take my ratchet, I'm gonna tighten all these, snug them. After that, I'm gonna torque them, and then I'll come right back when I'm done. Let me just get these in there, snug them in. Okay, I got them all snugged in. Okay guys, I have all the spark plug torqued in to the proper spec, and the last thing we're gonna do is, before we put the cover on, we're gonna take the ignition coils one by one, same order. This was number 4, well, meaning by number 4 the last one I took out. That goes there. This one goes here. I'm gonna put the connectors in while I put the plugs in, I mean the coils. Okay, now we have to put 2 number 10s here and here, and then the 4 for the cover. So we have the cover. I just want to show you guys, these 2 go there. So you're missing one over here. and one over here. So we're gonna put one over here. And then one over here. Make sure you catch the threads by hand. I'm gonna put my snap-on drill to work. It has a leg to it, so it guides me. And then we're gonna get those two screws down there into the proper hole. These are a little tricky, so it's a good idea to use a socket to catch the threads. This is a tough one, tough guy. Then you got two more left at the end. One on this side, one on the other side. And that's it. That's how you do a spark plugs on a 2004 Honda Accord 2.4. This is a VTEC engine. And after that, you could crank up the car. And check engine light shouldn't come on if you connected everything, and it should be good to go.